I guess this is what we're doing now. So this is my first budgeting video on YouTube. I have 3 paychecks to budget. First one being my bi-weekly career paycheck, predictable income. And then I've got 2 side hustle paychecks, one from TikTok, potentially the last one from TikTok ever, probably the last one. And then I got a payment from affiliate links from Cube Money specifically. My computers are over here, so we needed a setting change. I'm going to be using my paycheck by paycheck budgeting template. I made this for myself in Google Sheets. I have things broken out in a way that is simple and also cute by my definition. I always start with looking at my debt tab. I just have a car loan right now. I would love to pay it off this year. Whoa, I mean, this week would be nice, but this year is like, I feel like a reasonable goal. I mean, it felt more reasonable when TikTok was still up and kicking, but we'll see. We'll see about that one. The current loan amount, that's not my current loan amount, but I don't keep up with updating that. Anticipated costs are my bills. So anything that is a reoccurring payment that I know I'm gonna need to pay, it's on this tab. Rent is $500. That's a placeholder essentially. So like I live in my childhood home with my mother. I moved home specifically to save money on rent like 2 years ago. Then I was gonna move out and I decided, ooh, those rent prices pretty high. I'm actually not gonna do that. So here we are. She doesn't know that I'm setting aside $500. She doesn't want me to pay her. Nobody tell her that I'm setting aside $500, but that's what it's for. Instagram. Since we all had to disperse, I put $14.99 towards having a little verified check on Instagram, which you pay for. Feels a bit icky, feels a little bit like a scam, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing that, but until we're like confidently moved over from TikTok, I'm gonna keep that up there just so that it's very clear about which account is mine. 15 bucks a month though, like be so for real. Overall, total expenses are $1,622.66. Sounds about right. Let's slide on over to savings goals. Right now I just have emergency fund and travel on there. I'm gonna add moving. I'm gonna add a moving fund to that list, I think. So my husband and I, we live in different countries, but hopefully this year we will be living in the same country. Don't know when it's gonna happen, completely unpredictable. No updates about anything. You know when you know, and you don't know until you know. So we're just kind of in limbo. But for moving, see, I know I should set aside $5,000 for moving, but $5,000 seems like such a high goal that I think I'm going to set it at $2,500 for now. And then in the future, if I feel like raising that number, I will, but I'm gonna put it at something that I look at and I think, yeah, I can do that. I think I can do that. $0. I'm gonna save it over 6 months. And then I'm gonna update my savings goal for my emergency fund to be $15,000 instead of the $12,000. Man. And then my emergency fund, I don't know what I'm at right now. I think I'm at $10,000 already for the amount that I have saved. So that brings us our total down significantly. Did it? Yeah, it did. I almost didn't even notice that. Oof, travel, yeah, travel. I'm gonna say 3 months. Did that bring us down at all? Yeah, it did, 1,000. Okay, so in order to reach my savings goals, I need to save $2,833 every single month. That's like a big ask, I feel. I fear that's a lot of money, but let's go into this with optimism. I'm gonna keep these all marked as now. If it's not marked as now, if I mark it later, then it takes it out of the total, but the only thing that won't really make a difference is if I decide to save for travel later, and that's simply not going to happen because I need that money to pay for flights to the UK to see my husband and for him to fly here and see me. So it's not frivolous travel necessarily, even though if it was, like, shut your mouth, it's my savings goal. But yeah, okay, we're gonna leave that as it is and we're gonna move over to income tracking. For my Payday bi-weekly paycheck, I got $1,936.28. This is after money has been taken out to go towards ESPP, which is Employee Stock Purchasing Plan Program. You can find out if you have this through your employer. Like your coworkers would know if you have ESPP or not. Like talk to your manager and ask them if you have access to ESPP if you're unsure. Or like HR. But ask somebody. If you have access to that, then it's through your employer. And this is also after 401k contributions. I believe I'm putting in like $240 to my 401k, and then my employer matches like 180 of that. And then, all right, let's see. I'm gonna put the rest of the money that I need for anticipated costs aside. That's $822.66. I'm gonna put $400 aside for spending because my weekly allowance is $200 every single week, which means I need $400 for my biweekly paycheck to continue being alive. And then we're gonna do $202 to finish up setting aside money for my car loan. And then the rest of that is gonna go to savings, which is $511.62. Looks good to me. Next paycheck we've gotta do is from TikTok. TikTok engagement purely, not even like brand deals or anything. Well, I made my mouth. From just engagement in December, we got $2,931.67. I set aside 35% for taxes, which is $1,026. And then the rest of that, which is $1,905.59, is gonna go straight to savings. And then my next paycheck was from the Cube affiliate link. I love Cube Money. It's a budgeting app. It promotes mindful spending. It's great for recovering super spenders like myself. I tried it last year in March and I haven't looked back since. So if you're interested in trying Cube Money, my link is in the notes section or the whatever it's called, the description. From people using my affiliate link in December and also in October, because sometimes it's a delay to get credit for the signups. I got $3,650. That's the most I think I've ever gotten in a single month. Maybe 1 month I did a little bit better than 3,650, but this is definitely one of the highest, if not the highest month for my Cube affiliate link. I'm gonna put, well, I have to put 35% of that towards taxes, which is $1,277.50. And then I'm going to put $2,000 into savings, and I'm gonna leave $372.50 out of it for discretionary spending. My best friend and I are working on a bit of a project. We're gonna maybe do a podcast. You heard it here first. I won't tell you the name until it launches, but we're potentially doing a podcast and might need to buy a couple of things for that. So I'm using that as seed money, essentially. All right, looks good to me. We're gonna slide on over to the simplified savings tracker page. I'm gonna copy and paste the amounts in, and then I'm gonna go back for the origin and the date. Okay, so for Payday in the TikTok money, I'm gonna put that straight into my emergency fund. I'm not gonna split it up at all, even though I know that it's meant to be split up between everything. And then for the Cube money, I'm gonna put that towards travel. Yeah, that's gonna go towards travel. I really wanna put it towards the emergency fund. Here's the thing. If it was going to round out my emergency fund, if it was gonna make me hit the $15,000 mark for the emergency fund, I think I would have just done it. But if I put the $2,000 in the emergency fund, then I'm $790 away from the $15,000 mark. Like, I'm so close. I can like taste it. Ugh, and I don't want to be that close and not hit it. It's like psychological. It's completely psychological. So I'm gonna put the $2,000 into travel and call it a day. Okay, so now I just need to move money around between my banks. My direct deposit goes to my credit union because my car loan is with my credit union, and if my direct deposit is with them, then I get a discount on my car loan interest. So I'm going to move the anticipated cost and spending account money into Cube money. So Cube money is where I hold the money that I set aside for bills and for just general day-to-day spending. You know that I don't use credit cards for daily spending just because keeping track of that is really, it's not for me. Every time I make a purchase, I do want to witness the total that I have in that account to spend. It really, really helps me to stay under budget, to stay within budget. Invaluable. So we're just gonna leave it there. And then savings for the emergency fund goes to CIT Bank. And the $2,000 for the sinking fund, that's gonna go to the account that I have just started opening, which is with Wealthfront. So usually my sinking funds are at Ally Bank. They've been at Ally Bank for over the past year now. I wanna say like 2-ish years I've had my sinking funds at Ally Bank. But I'm trying out Wealthfront, and I'm going to use them for my sinking funds, and that's starting with this. And then car loan, like I said, my credit union is where my car loan is, so I'm gonna leave my car loan money in my credit union account. Oh man. All of the money tools, budgeting apps that I use are in my Stan store. Cube Money is in my Stan store. If you would like my budgeting template that I've used today, that's in my Stan store. Full year spending tracker, you'll find it all there.